in on before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
The running back.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
10 more yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
at their own 20.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
that's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
From the 24, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The ball carried by number 28.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mahomes firing complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14, Raiders 7.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Open down the middle of the field. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete.
intended for
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground is Michel. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable here for Davis. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's a 38-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And these guys have gone back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Darnold from the gun. The open man is Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now Mahomes. And he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Darnold. Over the middle to Smith. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
A gain of 14. But it's now 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 7 yards.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Number 28, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Target here, complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Another carry for the run.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it down to the 32. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 14-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
First down there, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on.
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown. touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 4, a little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now it's Darnold. Slant pass to Ford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete.
Darnold's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain on the play.
Darnold on 3rd down.
A little surprised, right?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was